Hi, I'm Sheena and I'm a nurse, a registered nurse with paediatric experience. I've been nursing for 30 years and recently joined YNA about 3 years ago and have had the lovely opportunity of working as a field staff member and now as a recruitment manager. Recruiting staff, welcoming staff and hopefully getting them on board to YNA. So YNA is a 100% Australian owned and operated healthcare agency. So we prioritise finding work for our staff, nurses, carers, in a variety of different settings. So it could be acute, hospitals, residential aged care and communities. When we talk about community, we are talking about aged care as well as disability. The experiences that I got while working on the field, the very supportive allocation staff, really. They're your first point of contact. You know, whenever as a field staff member, you're contacting them for queries, questions. They were always supportive, always very good at providing answers. And if they couldn't, they'd always come back to me. But I think, I've never done casual work, so me getting into that field, knowing that I could call them and just say, look, actually not quite sure where I'm meant to be, anything like that. You know that they're there to, you can call in, and 24/7. How wonderful is that? For staff who are out there, night duty, not quite sure what to do or any question, that you can pick up the phone and talk to someone. So coming on board as part of the management team with YNA, it was lovely to see how many other healthcare professionals are within the team. So again, a company with healthcare professionals and nurses leading and bringing on staff and having those lived experiences that we can also support our staff out in the field. As a recruiter, trying to get staff on board, we've tried to make it as user-friendly as possible. It's all online, so really quite easy, the process of just jumping onto the YNA website, have a look at all the information that's on there and see what suits you, putting in your application, and then a lovely thing is that you get to talk to a recruiter. So then we can nut out, what areas you're looking for, what skills you have, where best we could put you in, keeping in mind that we want to make sure that the staff member is getting what they're looking for. The great thing about YNA is that it is a national company and we do have outlets across other states. Circumstances change, they're moving from, say, Victoria to SA. They know that, they can transfer easily because we can transfer all the information across that way. So great flexibility for people, and you can pre-plan. So, you've got a week's worth of shifts there and you can have a look and say, yes, I'd like to request that shift, I want to request that shift. So from an overall package, flexibility, pay rates, work as much as you want, work where you want to work is just great. We are an NDIS provider as well as a My Aged Care provider. So again, the variety, I keep talking about the variety, which is just fabulous. And also home care and home support. Staff have the ability to pick from a number of different facilities. Again, flexible, closest to their home, the hours that they want to work, and experiences that they want to gain, and education and training that they want to gain.